Hi, I'm Dr. Lois Sonstegard, an executive coach and business growth strategist. If you're looking to grow your business, increase your profitability, scale, increase your market share, then welcome to this channel. This is the place for you.
So we're going to talk about what's happening in the labor force. I think we're moving into a collision course between the employer and the employee because on the one hand, we see workers being dissatisfied. Employers are having a very difficult time getting the right people to come to work. Boomers are traditionalists. They came out of the agrarian industrial revolution. And so their orientation was more hierarchical from top down. They were used to managers telling them what to do. They showed up, did their work, and they received an income in exchange. And it was a system that worked for years. Companies were more or less loyal, although we've gone through periods of time where suddenly that seemed to shift and people were beginning to question the whole way the structure of work it takes place. So baby boomers came out of a period, many of them had gone through the Depression, they had gone through the Second World War. They were very happy to have the security of work and that sense of belonging to a community of workers. Gen Z, on the other hand, has watched what's happened in the workplace. They've seen their parents coming home from work disillusioned. Today they have a job, tomorrow they don't. And there's this turnover, this churning that they're observing, and they're going, I don't want to be a part of that. And then they look at some of the companies and how they're structured, how they're managing, how they're dealing with social issues, for example. And they're saying, but that's not what's important to me. Or you have a lot of information today being shared on the internet. Gen Zs have the opportunity to listen to that and to learn from it. And so they're bringing that into the workplace too. And so expectations are larger, bigger than they were for previous generations. I think fundamentally, as Gen Zers have watched the generations that have preceded them and observed that there's a lot of unhappiness out there in terms of people at work, what happens to the family, how family gets left behind. So as they've watched family getting left behind, they've said, no, I want a different kind of life. I want my work to fit in with my life. I'm more than just a worker bee. I want a family. I want children. I want them to be a part of my life. And so they've been asking us for meaning. They need to feel like there's a sense of purpose in what they are doing. And they want to connect with the purpose of the organization. And some organizations are in conflict with the Gen Z purpose and meaning. And so some organizations actually spend time when they onboard Gen Zs to talk about what's their purpose and meaning and what's the organization's. Is there a fit? Why do they do what they do? Why do they wake up in the morning? What is it that gets their heart pumping and gets them excited? And will this job fit that? Because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for, I want to belong and have a sense of purpose and meaning. Another thing that they're asking for is, please treat me with dignity. And with dignity comes a number of things. Compensation, they want career opportunity. Who's going to guide my career? They don't want it to just happen. They don't want career to be something that 20 years down the road they look back and they say, but nobody helped me get to where I really wanted to get, and I'm not there, and there's no possibility now of my getting there. They've seen that in the older generations. They don't want to repeat it. Will you help provide opportunity? And then flexibility. They also don't want to miss their children's games and sports or activities at school or other things that may be important for them. So is my workplace flexible enough for me to accommodate my life and my life needs and goals? And then a third thing that they're really looking for is connection. They want to be a part of a community. Do you have a community that I want to be a part of? Do you, as a group of people that are here in this workplace, constitute the kind of people I want to connect with, that I want to socialize with, that I want to be a part of? And so social fit, social inclusiveness is really important to the Gen Z group. And it's important It's very important that we begin to have the discussion about what is it that Gen Zs need and want, because in Gallup's most recent research came out in 2022, they found that 82% of Gen Zs are quiet quitters. That means they come to work, they do what needs to be done, but nothing more. They're not engaged, they're not disengaged. They just show up, do what's needed, but don't contribute anything more than that. 82% quiet quitters, that's a very high percentage. That's our next generation of workforce. And if we don't take a look at how we're going to manage that, how we're going to shift their perspective of work and want them to be engaged, want them to be a part of what's happening, we're going to have some very, very difficult times filling positions, but having the kind of cultures in organizations that we really want. And our future depends on it. Our workplaces are institutions that we need. Whether it's a small business or medium business or a very large company, we need workers. And we need to create environments where people really want to come and work. 91% of companies right now across the board, large and small, have told Gallup that they currently have positions that they cannot find workers to fill those positions. And so there's a tremendous amount of thinking that we need to do about what's going on in the workplace. We need to rethink what that should be, how that should be structured, and start playing with new and different models so people can really be engaged, connected, motivated, feel passionate about what they're doing, and really want to make a difference.
Visit our website at www.startwithcollaboration.com. We're eager to help you with the challenges that you face today. There are many, and although there's challenges, there are opportunities. It's knowing how to look for them.